How to Decenter White Women, the Black Women's Guide to Power, Rest, and Sustain Healing. Up next is Lesson 2, and we're going to dive deeper into the 4 steps to decenter whiteness. We talked last time about how acknowledging whiteness and anti-Blackness and how it shows up is critical. The other 3 steps are to assess your safety, accept the challenges, and address your wounds. The way to look at decentering white women is how a focus on ourselves is going to be more beneficial than anything we could do for someone else. Our focus on our rest, our focus on our healing, and our focus on implementing, institutionalizing, and delivering on our own power is key. And the reason is because acceptance, approval, and access, it's been our goal for centuries. And yet, we've not succeeded in reaching any of them. We don't have acceptance, not from white women or from white people. We don't have approval, no matter how amazing we are at anything. And nor do we have real access, because access can be taken away, and often is, right? Depending on if we make white people mad, right? That is the whole reason that it is up to us Black women to decenter white women, to decenter whiteness. And that does require us to unpack our own anti-Blackness. But acceptance, approval, and access, it can't be our goal. In Lesson 2 today, we are going to talk about how what you think or perceive as power is connected to your corporate owners. The question to how you are maintaining the facade at your work, in your community, in your family, and beyond is one you have to answer. But what we're going to get into now is how acknowledging whiteness in business and power is critical. Whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you work for someone else, you have an understanding of how power and business operate. And when it comes to how power and business operate, the workplace dynamics, the power dynamics, right, is the thing to think about. Because whether you've adopted white-centric expectations and behaviors to fit into corporate environments is only part of it. The other piece is understanding what it looks like and how you're viewed in this corporate position. Are you really aware of where they see you and where they have you? Or is your head filled with a bunch of lies and empty promises? Do you realize that you will never be in the position to make decisions there until you run your own company? The next area to acknowledge whiteness is around diet, fashion, and food. And it's about, are you able to be who you want to be? Are you able to make the choices for yourself? Do you wear what you want? Are you influenced by what you want? Are you like me, influenced by Black capitalism and formal business attire from the 70s and the dynasty era of the 80s, and now it's part of who you are? Or do you choose your style based on your surroundings at any given moment? This next part is really understanding that your ambition does matter, and so does partnership. And so when you're acknowledging whiteness, you're going to question whether your goals and aspirations line up with white standards. And how do you need to redefine success for yourself on your own terms? Question your goals and redefine that. And no matter what anybody tells you, your ambition, it does matter. I know what I want out of life. I want rest. I want travel. I want to eat, cook. I want to have massages and facials, and I want to rest, and I'm entitled to it. The next piece is all about assessing our safety, because that is one of the biggest reasons, right, that we strive for approval and acceptance and access, right? A lot of it's about safety, because Black people aren't safe.